So, okay, I'm going to share some different areas and stuff that's going on. So, there's a lot of graffiti and a lot of profanity, and I don't want that in my video. So, I may have to, go cover the camera. At certain points, here they come. Watch this. I'm getting ready to come out. So, they're calling in the National Guard. They've really been upping up the amount of people that they've had to call out there. And different videos I saw today, I'm sorry I can't manage chat right now, so maybe I do one tomorrow. I'll do chat, so I apologize. But anywho's, yeah, I saw people getting out in the street and just stopping traffic, just random traffic. I saw people throwing stuff at cars that was just driving by. I saw just completely destroyed stores and looted, and a lot of fires, things set on fire. And then what I also saw was media just acting like everything's peaceful, which is so annoying. It's just like, stop gaslighting people, right? And anyways, so the under Title 10, the president has said we're calling National Guard. So hang on just a second. Be right back. Alright, so anyways, under Title 10, he's calling in the National Guard of California. And of course, normally California is like state National Guard is up to the state government. But under Title 10, a president can override a governor, basically. So he's ordered 2,000 National Guard troops, but he's also put the Marines on call. And I see that, this is a weekend, okay? And so he signed the memorandum today, well, technically yesterday because it's now Saturday, for 2,000 troops. But if the governor files some emergency something in the federal court, which I kind of anticipate that he will, and he gets blocked, then he can invoke martial law. And I can't remember, look, when martial law was invoked in LA in 1992, I wasn't even in the country. And we didn't have internet then, so I don't know how that would go, right? I have no idea how that would go with a city of this size. But at any rate, I do think that he's going to stay on top of it. He's not going to back down, right? He's not going to back down. So there's just a lot of people out there, and I don't like, I don't like it when they start attacking just random people driving by. I saw one guy, he was driving around, and they were just getting in the street and just blocking people from even just driving. One guy, I don't think he intended to do it, but he was like on the side of the road, and he was just throwing stuff at cars that he thought might be ICE. And so there was a car that wasn't any government, it was just some random driver by, but he had a car that he thought looked like ICE car, so he hit that car also. And then he realized it wasn't even who he thought it was. So he's hitting cars that's not even ICE. And then 2 ICE cars go by, and then a regular car goes by, and there was just some random driver by, and they're just throwing stuff at him, and they're starting all kinds of fires everywhere. Kind of died down a little bit, but then they started barricading in the middle of the street and starting more fires. They were looting the stores, completely destroying the stores, and just graffiti everywhere. It's like, why are you destroying your local businesses that serve you and serves everybody? That to me really gets me annoyed. And then these media, they were trying to stand there live streaming, and of course the live feed on those streams were just eating them up. They're just in there trying to say that the protests were peaceful. It's like, yeah, whatever, you're so full of it. There's no, yeah, trying to claim that they're peaceful protests while they're out there starting fires and throwing things at cars and stopping traffic and stuff like that. That was crazy. Oh, and then they were like, throwing some kind of Molotov cocktails. That was the word I was trying to find. They were throwing Molotov cocktails, and I mean doing it on the videos too. You could see what they were doing. It's like they don't care. Like there's more than it of them. They don't have enough officers or in law enforcement to arrest these people. They can't get them to disperse, so they just have to stand out there all night long and just basically try to keep it died down or whatever. Just I don't know. Anyways, so they're gonna do some big raids. The raids are gonna continue. They're waiting on the National Guard, and I don't know how they do. I don't know how they do deployments now. I'm former National Guard. I was in the National Guard for 4 years, not in California though. In Army for 3 years. I served at war, got injured, so I had to get out. But it takes a little while. It's not like you could just call up the National Guard and say, "Hey, y'all better get on out there now." It just doesn't work like that. Like there's a lot of paperwork, and you know, um, I I thought they were supposed to be there tonight though, so I don't know if they've filed something in court. I was just think the government's probably going to file something in court and try to fight it. But I really think, I hope not, but I really think that they're going to go under martial law. Yeah, because this is such a big city. The last time, as far as I know, we haven't had martial law since 1992. I could be wrong about that, but I wasn't even in the country then, so I have no idea what that even looks like. But now we have the internet, so we'll be able to see what martial law looks like. But yeah, the guard is supposed to be coming. See, the thing about it is the governor, he doesn't want the National Guard, so he invoked Title 10, right? Um, so I imagine he probably filed something in court, is what I'm thinking. We'll find out. We'll hear about it in the news if he filed something in federal court to try to block him. I'm sure there's probably some local district judge, federal judge, who will try to block his invoking Title 10. But yeah, he'll invoke martial law then. So they've got the Marines on call, and they're gonna get him. Hang on. Sorry, I have to block some of this stuff because I don't want it in my video. I'm trying to keep my channel family friendly if possible. So hang on just a second. Let's switch over to this. Oh my goodness. Okay. Oh my gosh, that is so many people out there. Okay, hang on. I hate to do this. Alright. I'm going to show you something in Compton. Whoop. Come on now, I'm trying to get this to work. Okay, this is better lighted over here. But this is Compton, I think. But anyways, I don't like it when they go around. I don't think they're looting those businesses over there. But I showed in one of my other videos, I showed where they went in, they're just looting stores and gas stations that serve the community. Like, what does that, what purpose does that do? Why are you destroying businesses? Like, why would you do that? Oh my gosh, he's trying to cover that camera there. And he's got a gas mask on too, because they have been using tear gas quite a bit. And here we go with all this graffiti again, which I'm trying to avoid, but it's almost impossible. That's why I haven't really done any live streams, because there's just so much graffiti. And very, very large. I mean, it takes up the whole side of the building, and it's like, I just don't want the F-bomb in my videos, you know? Yeah, I think they're fixing to raid this building because they're trying to cover up the cameras. They're painting the cameras, so they're getting ready to rob it, I guess. Ew, and exactly, that doesn't, like, they're so dumb. So this is the Arco gas station. There's like cameras up there, and they're covering it up, spray painting it. Is what I'm trying to say. They are spray painting the cameras. Like, these businesses serve these communities. Why are you attacking the people that serve the community? See what I'm saying? Why would you do that? Yeah, this can get pretty bad if they have people start traveling from other states to mm-mm-mm. They really haven't done that many arrests. They have been making some arrests, but not that many. They need to make a lot of arrests. But I think they're waiting on the guard because there's going to be 2,000 National Guard troops are supposed to be being deployed. I don't remember what time the memorandum was signed today, but it was signed under Title 10. So the governor, he was all mad about it. It's like, yeah, well, why are you out there letting them attack? Here's what makes me mad. Homan, remember when in the campaign, and he was like, well, we will prosecute people who try to obstruct our enforcement of immigration and deportations. But yet, they're not. Like, they can arrest this LA mayor, they can arrest the governor because he's obstructing deportations. He's allowing these people to attack them for doing their jobs. And to me, I'm just like, I haven't seen one single arrest. They're sanctuary cities. They're obstructing. I have to like point this down because of this graffiti. Oh my goodness, just graffiti everywhere. It's so stupid. It doesn't represent people who are in need. That does nothing. That's just stupid. Anyways, they've got them. They've got them at least where they're not crowding them and stuff. They've got them backed off. Hang on just a second. Switch this up. Okay, here we go. I have to keep the volume off too because there's just a lot of profanity. So I don't even know how many. It says Christ comes is near. Yeah, that's right. Okay, this guy out here. News everywhere. And they make me mad though because there's some of them, not all of them, were acting like, oh, it's completely peaceful, everything's peaceful. They don't tell the people watching about the fires, the attacking vehicles as they're driving by, the stopping of traffic, barricading in the streets and throwing Molotov cocktails, the looting and destruction of businesses, the graffiti everywhere. That's not peaceful. And I mean, it's a lot of damage. It's a lot of damage. Yeah, I'm sure it's in the millions by now. And these people serve all of the people in this community. Why are you attacking the businesses? It just makes me so mad. So, anyways, I think I'm just thinking. So they're supposed to have 2,000 California Guardsmen on the way, right? And under Title 10. Title 10 can override the governor. And so I'm pretty sure the governor's they're probably filing something in federal court. And I'm like, you don't want to play with that because I'm telling you, he's probably going to invoke martial law, which hasn't been used. Last time, in fact, I think last time it was used was in LA in 1992. So, yeah. Thank you. I hope you're all having a blessed weekend. Okay, hang on. They're getting rowdy right there. I'll switch up to this corner here. Alright, you can see all of the trash in this. Come on. My mouse is acting goofy. There we go. Alright. Sorry about that. Okay. So there's a lot. This just shows the amount of people in the different areas that are amassed. And it's late. It's late. This is going to go on all night. And these people are like traveling from other states. They're just building up. So yeah, it's going to be martial law. They can keep it up. They're not going to like martial law. I don't really know, like, the amount of people that they would have to deal with to enforce martial law. This is, like, unprecedented. Like, back in 92 when they did martial law, it wasn't that amount of people that they had to control, right? Now, there's just so many people. But I've definitely seen worse looting in different cities whenever they have uprisings. But yeah, California is a hotbed. But I definitely would not want to be driving around in this city because they're just attacking random people. Not many of them, but some of them. There was like one guy who was driving around, and this guy gets out of his car, or he's throwing stuff at the car. Then this guy, he just stands in the middle of the road. He's not letting people drive by. Like, they're supposed to be angry at ICE, right? ICE. They're mad at ICE. They're mad at the government. They're mad at ICE. Okay, so if you're mad at the government and you're mad at ICE, why are you looting and trashing and destroying and causing a lot of monetary damage to local businesses that serve you? Why are you doing that, right? Okay, and then the fires and the vandalism. There's so many wildfires in California. Why would you start fires of all things? And the Molotov cocktails, that is just, no. Why would you do that? Yeah, Molotov cocktails, looting businesses, starting fires, throwing things at random cars passing by, jumping in the street, blocking cars that are just trying to drive by. These are the things I have seen in various videos today, right? Oh my gosh. Okay, guys, hang on. I'm going to take you to another corner. I'm like, I don't want to show the profanity, so I'm like trying to block that. Right? Okay, here we go. This is, okay. Down by this liquor store. Look at all those people out there blocking traffic. Just out there in the road. That is one big selfie stick. Look at her camera stick. Go, girl. I don't know what he's carrying. Oh, somebody got a tire. Oh, no, tell me what he's got in that bag. Would you loot? Yeah, be looting stores like crazy. He got a tire from somewhere. Yeah, boy. Yeah, he'd be trashing these stores, completely just destroying them. I don't know what that car over there is doing, but he's just like completely stopping traffic there. Looting, starting fires, throwing Molotov cocktails, stopping traffic. They were like throwing, I don't know if they were tear gas cans at them. And then they got themselves some masks, like professional, like military grade masks, right? Gas masks. And so they were taking the cans and they were throwing it back at them at the ice age. It's not funny. It's just crazy. Oh yeah. And then the fires. Yeah. Fires. Burning stuff up. He's got a fire going on here, looks like. Yep. And Molotov cocktails. Oh, man. Yeah, you got a big old one right there. Oh, boy. But it's peaceful, though, It's quite peaceful. Peaceful protest. Yeah. looks like they're trying to burn up an electric pole. That's not good. Oh dear. It does. It looks like that pole is like right in the middle of that fire. That's dumb. Like, what if it, like, oh my gosh, they're all underneath that wire too. Like, hello? Not quite bright. Your fire is bright, but the mind behind the fire is not quite bright. I think, oh my gosh. Look, I think it's caught that banner up above it on fire. Oh my goodness. Anyways, like, that's just what California needs, is more fires. Oh boy. Okay, hang on a second. Oh no, I don't want to watch that. They're just, they are burning that building down. I don't want to sit there and watch that. So hang on. Take this something else. Alright, here we go. We're going somewhere else. Yeah. So back to this corner. Over hither. Oh yeah, and they use this light is like trying to, you know what they really need is like those EMP weapons, but I don't know like what the law is if they can use those or not. Ooh, yeah, and then they use those little sparkly things. But yeah, EMPs, like that would really disperse the crowd if they really need to. I know in some places they actually have, but I guess they're not supposed to use that kind of thing because it can cause injury. Yeah, boy. So I'm going to go ahead and end this, and this is going to go on all night, and there's just too much profanity and stuff. I don't really want that in my videos, but anyways, I hope you all have a blessed